Oh, to the wondrous world of spell and scepters. Last episode, we started it with meeting every one of our wonderful cast. We met Solaris Ray, we met Vero, we met Jimbo, and we met Schnur. Possibly the little rocky start of a relationship, friendship between Vero and Solaris, being that she got a little distracted and ran over his tent, sleeping quarters. Uh, Jimbo and Schnur surprised those two near one of the clearings by just dropping a turkey out of nowhere. Don't know where they get it from. Who knows? One of the great mysteries we're gonna find in this wonderful world. Uh, then our wonderful cast get into a clearing looking for a specific herb to help one of Solaris's pixie friends. But come to find out, it had a little twist to it. A little naughty rock that was not supposed to be used and or touched as long as it has been. But stubborn Vero wanting to keep it for himself, and then Cloud wanting to snatch it, or sorry, Jimbo snatching it. It works out for everyone. Then we get surrounded by hyenas without even almost jumping jumping Vero if it weren't for Jimbo's investigation check. But somewhere in the distance, a giant roar is heard by a great dragon that we don't know if it's a friend or a foe. And then Vero almost faints for not letting go of that rock. But but let's find out if you wish to find out what happens next in this episode of Spell and Scepters. Just sit and watch. Thank you.
Nice intro there.
Well, before the world knew flame or fate, before the sanctum raised its gate, a dragon wandered tired and worn through misty skies of silver morn. It searched for peace, a place to lie, beneath the glow of moonlit sky, and in a valley hushed between two gentle hills of twilight green, it bowed its head in softened light and drifted deep to dreams of night. It dreamed of fire burning bright, of honor shining pure and white, of moonlit sacred, calm and true, of secrets old and wonders new. From dragon dreams the whispers grew, a hint of halls the world once knew, where mysteries danced in shadowed air, and magic bloomed in hearts that dare. That was the dawn of what would be, where five fought fate in unity. Their story closed, their watch now done, five voices fading into one. And so I speak across the yore, to those who brave what lies before. Oh, here born of flame or field, of moonlit craft or truth concealed. Step forth, past revealed. Come soon your fate unsealed. For now the sanctum stirs to see what new made legends you will be. The dragon breathes the dream once more, a calling through the ancient door. Hero before the past is through, the tale now waits to open you. Take clues I've left the mist and dew. Seek what is hidden, chase what's true. For the sanctum keeps its promise still. In silent halls and moonlit chill, it watches all you choose to do. And it's long been waiting here for you.
Let's go. Thank you so much for that intro and recap, Savage. That was an awesome, funny and witty, quick, simple summary of everything that happened in our first two episodes. I appreciate you for that awesome recap there. Thank you for everyone else that is also joining us. Welcome in. We are now past our recap. The trailer has rolled, and we are about to get right back into the journey with our friends over here.
Dang, that rock took a lot out of me, brother. It's not the rock. You still want it, Jimbo? You still want the rock?
Yeah. I definitely still want the rock. That was the whole bargain. One of us gets rock, one of us gets stick.
It's
I
like a
mean,
couple feet
the
over there.
rock.
You can go ahead and pick that nasty rock up. I'm gonna keep my stick.
Yeah. Still getting familiar to like turn-based, but so can I pick the rock up and still do other things? Like perhaps I make a small movement or look around.
Some interesting introspection. A great, not really a recap from Cloud there, but that is exactly what our last session was about into the Night Fen. Really learning how to utilize a full turn and what all can be done. But to give you just a real quick recap of everything you can do in a turn while it is your turn, you can make one action. You can take a bonus action, which is usually thought of as the half equivalent of an action. And you can take a free interaction, which is something that doesn't require a roll. It must be something that's easy and simple to do, such as shouting a word.
Yeah, so I would like to pick up the rock because it should be right there. Would that be a bonus action because I'm right next to it?
It would technically be a free object interaction if this wasn't a magical item. Because it's a magical item, it does take a bonus action. You have to roll for it to not hex you every time it is activated. Right now it is deactivated, and without a roll, you could simply reach down and attempt to grab it, but your hands would pour through it, much like somebody that saw a mirage in the desert thinking it was water as the sand rifts through their fingers. You'd be in this state of long incensed hysteria as mere moments for you has actually been days. The way that the stars align in the sky above you tonight, none of the constellations that were here before on the night of the equinox are present. I will tell you guys that each of you will gain all of your cantrips back, but you have not benefited from any form of rest. Almost as if, as we left, you guys have been in place thinking about these things, thinking about these desires, or thinking about these things that are in front of you. And that will lead us into our session where I actually have a question for you guys. This is a question I've waited to ask. How many of you guys touched the bramble vine? The one with the big thorns that I said are too big to poke you, basically.
I think everyone but me, right?
You touched the leaves.
I touched the leaf.
Yeah, but
Okay,
yeah,
so
you
it's the
picked
one
with
the
the
leaves
rock.
off of it.
Okay. I thought you meant the one that captured Cloud.
Yeah. It's the same one.
It's the same one. That
I touched
that
it. I was in the
epicenter.
backpack.
I was gonna
All
say
of
that
it.
epicenter. We all touched it. I wanted to say I
Yeah.
didn't because technically, I didn't touch it because I didn't even get a chance to even go down and pick up. Like my skin did not make contact. It was my boots.
True.
Cloud touched the
True.
rock
Oh, it was
within that
just
bramble.
me.
Jimbo touched the rock within that, and then I touched the rock after him, but it wasn't
True.
in that area. And then when it
I
became
was in the backpack.
him engulfed in it, Schnurr was touching him, trying to pull him out, and I was dragging Schnurr. So
But is that just
I could
touching
roll for
it?
sleight of hand if I need to, but I feel like I didn't touch it.
Well, that is up to
At
you
least
if
skin
you
to
want to
skin?
attempt.
No.
If you want to attempt to make the roll.
You know what? I'll do it.
I
Sleight of hand, right?
guess I don't really have a thing for it. The DC for getting away from it was 22, so we'll just keep it at 22. If you can roll high enough that your fucking sleight of hand at level 1 takes you over a 22, then you are able to not take any of the following effects.
Am I at an advantage, normal, or disadvantage?
Yeah, you can fucking be at advantage. Fuck yeah. I mean, you did come up
Yes.
with it. It is pretty clever. I'll give you advantage for having the wit.
It's
17
17.
is pretty fucking high.
No.
That's with advantage.
Hmm.
That's with the 16 dexterity bonus and proficiency.
but
Do I
you
roll
have to-
again?
At advantage, for the terminology mechanics for our game means roll twice and take the higher. Does that
Oh,
only
yeah.
lets you roll once? Does not say right there rolls one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So roll again, and if you roll higher, you might outdo that, and then you get to pick which one you want to go with. That's what advantage is. You're rolling and taking the better of two rolls.
$19.
All right, I'll say that I'll shift my own storyboard that I had a little bit. You aren't able to avoid touching it, but we'll definitely say that you suffered such a small dosage that even while this is going on, you realize this is not reality. Whatever is happening right now is not actually happening. The forest seems way too calm for it to have truly been on fire, and for it to have attacked so wrathfully. It shouldn't have calmed down like this and given you guys all time to just sit here and talk about this stone and decide who's going to pick up what. Something
No.
definitely feels very off. I'd say you maybe even notice that, like, it seems like there's like dust on your friends and stuff.
It's like, oh, wait,
So
something's not right. No.
I'll say you definitely don't get any of the following. I guess the best way to just roll with this naturally is to just go into it. So, for each of our following friends that did make an encounter with this root that was basically here to teach you guys how to utilize a full turn, you guys are going to receive a somewhat lucid dreaming state where it feels like you're there acting it all out and you're actually doing it, but it would actually be a dream. Of these dreams, maybe the part at the end where you're talking with Jimbo and you guys are like divvying up the rock and the stick, and he thinks that the rock is like right there in front of him and he's just trying to pick it up. This would be at the point where suddenly, Jimbo, you can no longer focus on the rock. You should also write down that that's in your inventory, by the way, because it's not out in front of you anymore. It's in your inventory. But you can no longer focus on anything. Neither the rock that is in front of you, or Vero, or the forest, or the roots, or anything. Your only focus becomes the little fae that's been accompanying you.
Well, I guess, Schnurr, what should we do with this rock?
Too crazy.
Alright, so we'll stick it in our pocket, and I'll go about 15 feet forward.
All right, so you again attempt to like pick this thing up, your fingers just kind of like passing right through it. And as you walk forward, Schnurr, you are forcibly picked up by the magical entropy of gravity, and you are forcibly moved. Congratulations, Cloud. You have now earned our first ever legacy feat. You're going to want to open up your notes for this.
Okay.
Cloud, each legacy feat is supposed to reflect someone's individuality and their creativity. That was hard to do for you because you wanted to include someone else in yours, which makes it really hard for your individuality. But I think I made it happen. And all the clips that have been playing all week talking about how busted this has been has just been, it's been so hard to keep my mouth shut while we've been working this out. But I just took some of the information that we have done from the new Familiars Guide, and congratulations. This is our first ever legacy feat. It is called Carry Me. When a companion is climbed upon your shoulder, you can both move together and you may piggyback off of their initiative. So as long as you basically want to pick her up, she can move as far as you want to move, and it happens all in one go whenever you decide to move. Not only that, but whenever she rolls, like for initiative, you can automatically piggyback off of her and be right behind her in initiative at all times.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, because that's your person you're carrying around. So you're like carrying around your fairy. You're like, go ahead, set up my attack, and then they set up for you, and then you go. But you have to take whatever she rolls. It doesn't work the other way. So say you roll a 20 for initiative, and she rolls a 15, you have to wait all the way until it comes around to her, unless you want to take your turn for your 20 and then have her take her turn whenever she comes up. That's up to you guys, though. But it works only for you to piggyback off of her, so you can directly put yourself in initiative behind her at any time you want because you're carrying her around.
Okay, so real quick here. So she's right with me, and I moved 3 blocks forward, so she's still chilling with me, right? And
Yep.
she's also moving. So that's the detriment to her. And my detriment is if she rolls a 4 initiative.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep,
That makes
exactly. Again, that's a legacy feat. It's called Carry Me. When a companion has climbed upon your shoulder, you can both move together, and you may piggyback off of their initiative. And then we'll go right into wax. You're basically having essentially the same trance where all of this that's been happening to you starts to fade out, and the only thing you can focus on is Jimbo, who has attempted to pick up this rock that you can't see multiple times, and then has just started walking off into the distance near the woods, thinking that he's staring at you. But you can like only see him now.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and move after him to try to block and stop him.
All right, yeah. You catch up to him in no time, and you like land up on his shoulder like you would normally do. Jimbo, your head whips and turns as she perches on her shoulder, and the mirage that you were seeing kind of vanishes. Your two dreams interlock, and Wax, you unlock your legendary or your legacy feat, which is called Mounted Battle Mage. When legacy feat, Mounted Battle Mage. When being carried by a companion, you may substitute your bonus action for any main action at half level unless it's level 0 or 1.
I'm sorry, can you repeat that one more time?
Yes, of course. It's called Legacy Feat Mounted Battle Mage. When being carried by a companion, you may substitute your bonus action for any main action at half level unless it's level 0 or level 1.
Okay.
It's essentially all of the best benefits of companion and the benefits of familiar, but with none of the downsides because you don't have to worry about them because you're being carried by Jimbo. That's why it's so fucking busted. But you guys essentially are pretty fucking cracked as a team now. Anything that you can do, just remember, you can now do a weakened version of that for your bonus action. And if it's level 0 or level 1, it doesn't get weakened, you just cast it as a bonus action. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. Keep that in mind. As these two begin meandering off into the distance, Vero, there's a lot of decisions that you have to make in this moment. Ones that matter more than the decision you made in your dream. As all of this is happening, as I just described, they kind of like can't really tell what's there. They start moving and thinking, but for the most part, what I described is true. They are now together at the edge of this meadow. The veil is long gone. It's dark, and they appear to be almost mindlessly wandering closer to the darkness of the forest once again. We don't know what's happening to Ray, but you could just assume she might be next to you, maybe like dancing or fumbling around or inspecting a bug or something.
Oh, yes, good.
Who knows, but doing some miscellaneous thing to the side. With all these thoughts, you might possibly still see that stone there. The wood that you should have in your inventory might also be there. It is up to you what you want to think about doing here.
Could I possibly either do perception or investigation on myself to see if there's anything that, although I'm not really seeing right now,
Yeah.
or anything around us?
Yeah, you actually could. Go ahead, roll perception. All right, I guess roll investigation.
Investigation?
I don't really know how perception works. What's perception's roll based off of?
I think it's based off of wisdom.
Okay,
Perception is based on wisdom, and
I would say you
investigation is based on
could
intelligence.
roll that then, because you would have wisdom of what you would look like prior.
Like
For
it,
sure.
like I would be like, I would know what I would look like, or at least I would know what we all looked like before this happened, because we met once before we went into this meadow.
Yeah, sure. Damn. Oh,
Perception, baby.
fuck.
Come on, tell me what I see.
You see everything, man. With a 22. Wow, yeah.
Spill the beans.
So for a
Spill it.
second, you like look down at yourself, and you are predominantly this like, how do I describe this? With your wisdom of what you previously looked like, you are predominantly this very much more humanoid shape than you currently look. You would be, you have pretty broad shoulders, but in this form, you're taller, maybe more slender. You've lost all of that tone to your skin. All of that brown, almost darkened woodland camouflage that you would naturally have is gone, and instead this pale color reflecting back in what little moonlight there is. You almost instinctively know that it feels like your body has switched place with if your genetics were a moonborn or moonfolk instead of a shadow touch. And with this, you unlock your legacy feat. This one's called Two Sides of the Coin.
Let's go.
And it allows you to start with 2 classes or 2 species. And you've obviously made your choice as you kind of came up with this idea, but by choosing 2 different species and merging them together. So at this point, I'm no longer going to limit you to the half of each one that you chose, you have decided what your primary is. I'm now showing you what could have been. But you flicker back to yourself as you see through this. Not only did you get a 22, but like we said with that sleight of hand, you're already resisting what is happening to you. You're already like, nah, something's not right.
This isn't right. Yeah.
But now you get all the full benefits of being a moon folk. So you get the cantrip, everything. And you also get the full benefits of being a shadow touched. So
the 50-50.
We'll break that down and add all the stuff that you need for that. I don't think you're missing very much once you get the moon flare cantrip. Was there any other choice that I made you? Did you get the teleports?
The 50. I was gonna say I did not get the teleport. I got the.
So you would get all that. Basically, everything that you're thinking of would now be unlocked. Would be the other side of the shadow touch that I was like, well, if you want to half combine it with the moonfolk, you got to have half and half. Now that you've made your primary decision, and I have my answer for in the future if I roll, and I'm like, well, what if they have this, kind of like how the classes has like intelligence or wisdom as the different proficiency modifier. Now that I know exactly how you have built this character, I can give you the other side of it. Now you just have half of each, but that is our third legacy feat, two sides of the coin, which allows you an incredible start like that. Thank you, Savage, for this amazing idea to add into our legacy feats. Again, these are like uniquely tailored for each of you, and you guys own possession of this idea right now. So in the future, as more legacy feats come out and stuff, you can trade these with other people so that they can create a character with this feat, and then you can trade and create a character with their legacy feat. So keep that in mind. You guys are the only people that will have access to these until you decide to trade them or other stuff like that, other than the DMs, of course, because these will basically just work like legendary actions as far as DM monsters and stuff go. Not all of them, obviously. And then Ray, we get to yours.
All right.
Yours is a little bit different though, because you don't see this field at all.
Oh.
No, you see what is a field at first, but eventually is filled with these stones that fall from the sky, perfectly cut cubic squares of this giant white marble. And as it like locks into place, concrete structures start falling and forming around it. And it's as if you're viewing a time lapse of this castle get built. And this castle gets built, and then these even bigger towers around the side of it get built, and they start moving. And as they start moving, this giant tree in the middle grows up, this giant crescent moon, bright white-leaved, darkened oak, thick, strong-looking tree erupts in the middle as this courtyard begins forming around it. This courtyard adds elegance, style, class, society begins forming in the etchings of all these bricks as this castle with these towers that are moving begins establishing in the world. You see buildings one by one popping up in the distance as an entire city begins eventually to surround this place. As you're watching this giant thing construct in front of you, you look to your side and you see a much older red-haired lady that looks like she has your exact genetics, and she's watching this time lapse with you.
All right. So I guess, okay, and this is like, I gotta do my move next, right? Okay, I guess I would like to, I need a spell. Flip back to them. What are my options? What can I, like, I can, like, do a, kind of like what he did, like, not a self-reflection, but, like, to ask what is going on around me?
Oh, yeah, you can What he did was roll an investigation check. He rolled perception. Or you can do what Wax and Cloud did, which is role play the scene out. Or you could remain silent, take it in, see what happens. If nothing has cued you that you need to interact, you don't have to.
I think I'd like to.
All right. Well, it is 100% up to you. It is your turn.
Yep. Okay. Hello. Excuse me. Can you hear me? Who are you? What do you know? You look very similar to me.
Her head turns just enough that as you were looking from the side, and it was almost as if she hadn't noticed you yet. And now you start talking, she like turns, her hood almost like falls into place even more gently for her. And a lot of her face is now enshadowed by this hood. And she like turns just enough that you can see this smile forming in the side of her eye. The town around this giant castle is almost fully built, and off in the distance you hear what almost sounds like heels on stone. Clock, click, clock, click, clock, click, clock, click, clock, as it gets closer and closer, and she turns her head away from you and she responds, "Just watching." Her voice is older and bristled, much older and bristled than you would think from what her age actually is. I would say you could probably clock her at maybe 40, but she sounds as if she's maybe 50 or 60. But she turns back to continue watching this school be built, and then you hear a voice that is familiar. Her head turning the other way, almost in anticipation of this voice.
Okay, now I'd like to do an investigation.
Go ahead and roll. Would you like to roll investigation or perception?
What's the difference?
Perception uses your wisdom modifier and is your knowledge of things that you know. Investigation uses your intelligence modifier, and it is about things that are around you. What key details do you pick up on?
Okay, I would like to use my wisdom guy. So would I roll a d20?
Yep. Just like before, you just go to where it says your wisdom out on your character sheet and click it.
Yep. Wisdom. The black one or the gray one? Black one. Did I do it? Yep.
Yeah. Oh no, that's a wisdom saving throw. No, you just want to roll wherever it says investigation at.
Investigation.
Might be in skills.
Oh yeah, on abilities. All right, let's see. Skills. Investigation. Oh, well, that's right. There we go.
Oh no.
Looks like I got no.
Why is it Savage? Do you see that? Why is it saying she got a 16 but then modifying it to a 2?
Yeah, what's up with that?
That could be that she's rolling with either a disadvantage or because that minus down one is the disadvantage roll.
Yeah, don't
And
roll a
then if you do
disadvantage.
plus,
I don't mean to.
so it would be here, and then
You watching?
skills.
Yep.
What is she rolling for? Investigation check?
Yeah.
Just normal. Don't make sure it's normal, not advantage or disadvantage.
Okay,
Just
so
normal.
investigation. This part? Oh, here we go.
Normal. Make sure that the normal is a little red square with the white normal being whited out.
Okay, well, I've got untrained, half proficient, or expertise. Where do I click here? I do have a -1, so that's a thing.
All right, well then you're
Roll
just gonna have to
option.
do it regularly. Just roll a
Yeah, I'm
regular
just gonna do it regular.
D20.
Yep.
Look at what your investigation bonus is and add it to it.
Okay, D20. My investigation is -1, and so therefore,
So 16.
16.
So that's fair. 'Cause
yeah.
that's exactly what you rolled
Yeah.
the first time, and then it turned
Cool.
into a 2 because you were at disadvantage.
Cool.
Your hair is glowing. The sun energy in you is literally crackling at your veins. You can almost feel it even in this ethereal state, even in this dream form. And specifically are you trying to investigate? Use this 16
whether or
very
not
well.
this is really happening, if this is happening where I am, if I'm supposed to be looking for this place, stuff like that.
This is not happening. You can tell
Okay, it's
that
my dream.
something's ethereal here. Something feels to be going. I mean, you're watching a time lapse of a castle get built. It
Ooh,
feels
yeah.
very, very much like a dream. This crackling energy inside of you feels like a power you've never even known. This lady that looks somewhat like you, she just feels very dreamlike. The way she moves, it just all feels like it's happened before. And as that clacking of heels got closer on whatever stone it was running on, her turning in anticipation to it, I'll give you the option. You can look further into yourself, you can look further into this hooded lady, or you can attempt for a look at whoever this other lady is that's coming up in heels.
I would like to look into myself.
All right. There is something you've always liked about the moon more than the sun. Night has always felt perfect for you. The peace, the quiet, the animals, the insects, the harmony of just nature taking its course and the planet resetting for the next day. But in this moment, you feel not that the sun was always chasing after you, and maybe that it didn't even watch you start your journey for any reason, but that it was always meant to be, as if that step at that moment was the perfect time. Because there is something here, something to this energy, something to the sun, some reason you've always felt better at night. And with that, you get your legacy feat. Your legacy feat is called a legendary founding, and it allows you to start with basically any of the following can apply. Yours is a little bit different, but we'll go into it. You can start with a rich family, a very fortunate upcoming background, or you can start with a family that would have heritage at Mistvale Sanctum.
Heritage. I choose heritage. I just write that down.
Oh no, it's already been chosen. Yeah. Go ahead and write. Yeah, go ahead and write that down. No, this is something that's given to you. It's already been kind of like worked out. But yeah, it is heritage actually. So good choice.
Okay.
I tried to work out something for you guys for all the lore you gave me and an understanding of how you guys wanted to play the game. But yeah, with this, you get this greater understanding of yourself, and you have some weird family connection. You can just feel it.
Okay.
The clicking of heels subsides, and the voice calls out that this lady was anticipating. And it is a familiar voice. This is a voice you have just heard earlier to set you on your adventure. She calls out, "Oh, Artemis, are you not ready yet? Come on, you've seen this old school 1,000 times. Let's go on. We have to catch up with Verdant." And then it all disappears.
Ooh.
And that is the voice of the lady that was in your head the night that your pixie friend became ill and told you the antidote was the sun petal bloom. It's sun petal bloom. And with that, each of you has now acquired a new legacy feat that will evolve with you as you grow and develop a greater understanding of it, as well as give you guys a way to encapsulate that play style that you have all leaned towards so heavily. For Savage, it will unlock both of the things he was wanting to do instead of making him choose one. For Cloud and Wax, it'll allow you guys to move together as one unit, but not only that, be even more efficient at it automatically, basically. And for Solaris, we don't really know what all her legacy feat entails, but it's building up to be pretty fucking legendary.
Do you want to do a little recap of like the legacy feat names for everybody?
Yeah.
Just so we can like, oh, this is Jimbo's, this is Schnur's, Vero's.
So
and
again,
Solaris.
Yeah, we absolutely can. For Vero, we have the legacy feat, both sides of the coin. And with that comes the 2 classes or 2 species. For Solaris, we have the legendary background feat, or legacy feat, legendary background upbringing. This gives you the start with a rich family, or a fortunate background, or heritage at the school of Mistvale. For Jimbo, we have the legacy feat Carry Me. When a companion is climbed upon your shoulder, you can both move together and you may piggyback off of their initiative. And for Wax, we have the legacy feat Mounted Battle Mage. When being carried by a companion, you may substitute your bonus action for any main action at half level unless it's level 0 or level 1, in which case you can just cast it as a bonus action. And that brings us in to all of you guys having these different dreams, but this moment collides as all of you start realizing something is just not quite right here. Jimbo and Schnur, while you guys may realize that something is going on, the closer you get away, the less you would have an ability to do anything about it. So that's up to you guys what you want to do. I think initiative would come all the way back around. It'd be back to you, Jimbo.
Wait, you mean like the further we get away, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my question too, but yes.
So, and the center should be kind of right about where we're at, huh? So we probably want to chill in this clearing, huh?
You guys, sorry I didn't move you. You said you wanted to move 3 blocks in some direction. One of the directions.
It was going to be forward, yes. North. Or up. Whatever you'd like to call it. So that would put us out of the clearing. Therefore, we should probably go back into the clearing. So I'm going to go 2 left, 1 down, and I'm going to look around and see what's going on by this big tree over here. So I would roll for investigation, right?
Yeah.
All right, let's do so. And that is a intelligence check, not a wisdom check, right?
Yeah.
All right.
I do believe. I don't know.
I get +2.
Yeah.
So if it's +2 intelligence, +2 save, is that +4 or just +2? Or +2 to
save,
either
so
or?
it's
Yeah.
+2.
Okay. So I gotcha. So yeah, let's roll that d20, huh?
A save would be, say something's trying to trick you, and I gotta see if you're able to, tell if it's lying or not. You'd be able to roll a perception save, right? Something
Yeah.
like that.
And then intelligence is something on your own, or the ability is on your own
18, yeah.
initiative, correct?
Yeah, so as you move forward towards that big tree, there's like these giant roots that are growing out of the tree, and you're like looking around, investigating everything, taking it in. I'm guessing that she's probably still on your shoulder at this point now that you guys have this legacy feat.
Yes.
Did you guys know that we can also shrink the icon? So now we could technically have you guys. Now we technically can have you guys in the same space.
Oh, that's so cool.
As if she was on your shoulder like that. So now you guys can actually move together. And as you go to walk, Schnur, you notice there's a giant fucking root that he's about to trip on because he's like looking at everything and investigating it. But before you can even say anything, he notices it because he rolled so well. But he doesn't notice in time, and his foot just glides right through it. And both of you like see this at the same time.
This shit ain't real. So I think we can conclude that the area is either very distorted or perhaps cursed or in a different time.
Yeah. Can we look around some more?
Can we look around some more?
Yeah, because now I guess, well, it's you're supposed to piggyback off her initiative, but this is more like a role play scene, anyways. Yeah, it could now be Schnur's chance to take a roll to look around and see what's happening.
Alright. Which roll am I doing?
Perception for wisdom, and that's like what you know about yourself, and intelligence would be for just like to look around at the environment.
We'll do that one. Well, roll intelligence.
Very nice. And I'll say that, you know what, these two roles get added together because you guys are working as a team for this role play. This does not work in battle. Only for role play. You guys are both looking around together, kind of assisting each other, even though you didn't directly say it. You're essentially doing the same thing, helping each other out. And with a 28, you would be able to remember how earlier you saw two different U's for a second, or no, you didn't see it. Jimbo did, so never mind. Schnur, as you look over, like back towards the middle where Savage and Ray are like standing, as you look back towards the middle over there, you see another cloud sitting down on the ground, a small campfire almost built in the middle in front of him, but not currently going. And that is what you see. So now there are 2 clouds. One that you're riding on the shoulder of, and one in the middle by it, where everyone else was, sitting down by this campfire that's not lit. And Savage, for your turn, since you rolled so well, I had to kind of disguise what you had seen for a second. As you work this out, as you like figure out what this could possibly be, it's like kind of like a dream. There's kind of things that you're thinking about popping up. You look over, and your body is also sitting down next to this campfire in front of Cloud's body, and it's like right next to you. So it'd be in that.
Like, would you say it would be like at arm's length next to me or further?
Yeah, it's like right there.
Roll a perception, because maybe like it looks like me, but I want to see fully like if there's anything off of it, like if it's like it's not my right skin tone, it's not my right outfit, like stuff like that. Can I roll for that?
Yeah, I won't make you roll for it. It looks much more like you than you currently do. Actually, the bodies are the only thing that don't look ethereal and dreamlike.
Ooh.
Okay. Can I touch it?
Yeah.
Like I would reach, like I would literally like look at it, like if I'm standing over it, and like touch it with my right hand and just like its shoulder to like try to shake it awake.
Yeah, you do, and like the moment you make contact with it again, you like it like bursts back to life, sitting down there, and like all these memories come back to you. You and Cloud, you were going back and forth. It was getting cold, it was getting dark, the moon had gone, it was storming. You guys were like, let's build a campfire. We haven't eaten forever, and then boom, you can't remember anything. And it's like when you're putting all this together, bang, bang, root is tightening around your fucking neck because you've just been sitting here for so long. And just like Solaris's bag has begun to slowly wrap around the back of you, climb up you like a grapevine, and go right after the neck, almost exactly like that stone did. And it's easy to break because these are pretty small. It's like from the baby one that you guys ripped this stone out of place from. It's like, fine, if I can't get my sunlight nutrients, I'm gonna get them from you.
Could I? Okay, so was me touching my body a free action interaction, or was it actual
that would be a
action?
free object interaction.
Can I literally grab? Can I move my hands up to my like where it's grabbing around my throat, and just grab it and like try to rip it off? Like,
oh
pull
yeah,
it off?
I would say even the action of you like leaning forward and like gasping and like startling forward, you'd probably like scramble maybe to even like stand up and be like, yo, what the fuck? I'd say it'd be enough to completely break this, and I won't even make you use the the movement condition to stand up.
Okay.
So you're in place here.
So like I'm already up. I'm like like wiping off all the like the branches that are ripped off of me. Like I'm making sure I get every little one.
Yeah. Like it was about to start getting you guys, but it hasn't yet. You look around. Your friends are also sitting down, awaiting. Solaris had like some food, some mint and stuff. She was bringing out beside. She was gonna, throw a little extra into it to make it extra good for you guys, and it seems like you just didn't quite get to that step.
Okay, so like they're all around they're all near that campfire that we're in right now, near that block, right? Essentially, like that's what I'm saying.
And you have to choose very carefully because each one of them does have a vine starting to come around the back. You don't know how many turns you have.
Okay. Since we were in the middle of making food, there should be water in that pot. Can I dump the water around the floor, around everyone, and then shock it with my cantrip? Essentially, just shocking everyone awake. Like I would tip over, I would literally kick it to surround everyone's body in water, and then hit it like just like in action, just like shark blood.
They're basically asleep, so they can't defend. To go ahead and roll damage, and we'll say it does like 1/3.
Would it be a right? One D8?
Yeah.
Just one?
We'll say it does like 1/3 of the damage, so you could roll a D4. Yeah, why don't you just go ahead and roll a D4 and we'll half it. It'd be the
Okay, a
easiest way
D4,
to
gotcha.
do that math.
So 1.5 or like 1.
Okay, yeah, so you all take
Is it
1 point of damage. You're all like, you guys come gasping awake as well. And why I said you have to choose carefully, there was only one vine on Jimbo, so Wax, the forest, it's almost as if it couldn't even see you. And so no vine was coming after you, but Jimbo, you did have, Schnur, sorry. Jimbo, you did have one working its way around you, and Solaris, you did have one working its way around you, but again, as you guys like startle awake, these vines are very easy to break off. They're the thin ones. And yeah, you guys startle awake.
Guys, what was going on? What happened?
I'm not sure. Everything felt really weird, hazy, and misty for a second. I saw a bunch of buildings being built. I saw someone looked like me but was older, and I heard footsteps coming. And I don't know what happened next. Now I'm here again.
Jimbo, you
Where
alright?
the
You
hell
okay?
did that tree come from? I got scared, man.
Oh
I
man.
got scared.
What do you guys want to do
Hey.
next? I'm not really sure what to do.
Oh, I'm actually starving, but I just ruined dinner. I dropped all the food, all the water. We gotta get more.
I guess we gotta look for a creek or see if anybody's got any water in their pack.
Jimbo, Schnur, would
Yeah,
you
let's
guys
go
happen
look
to have a
for
little
it.
bit of water?
I don't think I do. Yeah, we should probably fill up on that.
Yeah,
And
I've
then
still
grab
got
some food, maybe catch some fish on the way, huh?
Ooh, that's a good idea.
You guys do start to gather these ideas and these plans. What's your priority? What's the first thing you need after scrambling awake? Keep in mind, you guys were just about to start a fire, and it appears something stopped you.
Hmm.
Hmm.
I don't think we
I'd
need
like
to
to say,
sleep.
get out of this this forest. It really seems twisted. So
Okay.
I think we should find some clean water so we can safely drink, and
Yes.
hopefully find some uncorrupted fish, because it seems like the wildlife in this area is not doing okay.
Yes. We might
I
want to
think we
travel
should
just a
scramble out
short
of here
while
and go from here.
just to find some water and perhaps some food. But I don't think we should travel for too long because I think we're getting tired and we definitely need to eat.
Yeah, so maybe set up camp by some sort of river if we can find one, maybe a lake.
I
And
agree
then
with
just
that.
get rested up, get our needs met, and then go from there and get our heads straight, because it's been a bit of a foggy adventure.
Yes, it has. It seems like we've all been experiencing our own little mind trips.
The forest
So let's get out of this forest.
is slow, bending in these melodic patterns with the wind, the creaking becoming rhythmic. It's crooked trees stretching towards the sky. Cloud, you start to get deja vu. Your dream starts to feel even more vivid. And those knots opened into eyes, and the deep crevices become crawling worms. The trees shift a little faster, creaking, bending, anticipating. Your plans have come together, and you are ready to set off again. However, in the distance, you hear it again.
Oh, no.
An echo
Well, I guess
sounds
we need to
like
move on.
wind.
We gotta pack up camp then, don't we?
roaring force of nature. will each of you please make a wisdom saving throw to see if you are reduced to a knee?
No.
Oh, yes. Let's do it.
The DC is 32.
At normal advantage or disadvantage, brother?
Since you're a party, I'll say that you guys aren't like scared thin. You might be able to all roll it. We'll just say you roll a collaborative one. So just roll it regularly and we'll add all your scores together.
A D1.
Yes!
Savage is
Yeah,
nat
20, baby.
Savage starting strong.
Mm.
Rolling a D what?
That's past 32
So-
right there. Right? That's past 32 right there. That's already 31, 35. So you guys passed right there. This bellowing force of nature causing the forest itself to begin to panic in anticipation. But you guys are able to somehow hold your bearings together as a team. Schnur leaning on Jimbo's shoulder, and Jimbo knowing that he has to keep Schnur up. Both of you having to move together. Solaris knowing that she came here for a reason, and Vero knowing that opportunities like this are what make legends or what make people into history. Because he has seen entire villages reduced to history from something very similar to this before. Who wants to take point?
Okay.
So as you
So,
guys leave, who's
right
gonna be
now-
the person that's like at the front, like scouting, basically?
I volunteer as tribute.
You did smoke a 20. If you want to like role play it out, go for it.
So as like we're all like getting, as much as this roar tried to like overpower us, we're like oh, okay, this musters up our strength to like hurry up and get everything like up and ready to go. Like literally just honestly just leave the pot that was tipped over for me getting everyone up, just gather our bags that we have. Like we'll leave I'll leave my tent because it's a little bit broken and like shambled right now, being that all that stuff. So we gather our stuff. I make sure I double check on if Jimbo and Schnur are okay, like, hey, you guys all right, everyone's good. It's like, okay, we need to figure out how to get through this forest and either try to get out here before whatever that thing was roared to come and find us. We need to be the ones to find it and figure out what it's doing here, or what are we dealing with. Like I try to get everyone in the same page, essentially.
Cool. All right, I'm on the same page. I still have my tarp, my rope. I still got pots and pans. You're right. Let's gather everything up and let's get out of here. Y'all ready to roll? Like ready to go.
So like we have a consensus on like what we might think the best course of action is.
Yes.
Because I'm kind of thinking like we probably aren't well suited enough to fight anything that's flying in a large scale that's like roaring through the land. I think we need a little bit more prep, probably.
Yeah, not
I
quite.
want to go for it. I'm on board, but a little bit scary.
So we fighting or we running?
I didn't want to say run.
Not run,
Yeah,
but
I
like
think we
making
we
our
at
way
least gotta
through.
get, like
Yeah.
healed up and rested and all that good stuff.
Yeah, we need rest and we need food, man.
So
Okay.
I think we
The potions that you guys have are. It was a quick question for the DM. The potions that they have, the health potions, would that restore them, or would they we would actually need an actual meal or actually like a small rest?
Would it restore health? Yes. Any other benefits? No.
Well, I would say if anyone has any health potions, take one, because you guys did take one hit of damage from your
Okay.
health because I shocked all of you.
Okay.
And I just want to be at tip top health if we do run into anything.
So we each need to use a small healing potion, one of our 3 that we got, but we need to roll a 1d4 to see how good they are, right?
What I
Yeah.
can
Yeah, so
say
it's all
is one
when
of
you
mine is
when you
just a
drink a
mystery
healing
potion,
potion, you don't
and
have
we
to
gotta
roll for
roll.
Now,
it.
one of
You
yours is mystery. We know
you just
that.
add 2 to your health, and then you roll a d4, and whatever that d4 lands on, you add that to your health as well.
Okay.
So 2d4 for your average
Oh.
health potion. Huh?
One of my health and roll a d4. D4. Okay, I got a 2. So I get a 3 total?
Yep. So you can restore up to 3 points of health.
Well, let's do her. And I gotta go and mark my potions. I only have 2 now, right?
Yep. So yeah, and make sure you guys are keeping track of that as well. I'll try to also take a note. Write that down.
So we just took 1 damage, right?
Yes.
Yeah, but I don't know what everyone's health is looking like. I don't know if it's like at 8.
I don't remember either.
I don't think anyone's been in any form of combat. Then the forest bends and wilts with one final groan, the shuffle and shambling of its hard oaken lumber groaning out into the darkness of the night before it appears to disappear all at once. Burrowing into the ground the brambles go, ripping up dirt as they dig below. The trees itself seem to have never been surrounding, as it appears they are just off in the distance. The fire beneath them, still yet but lit, their surroundings all of which the same, the grass, the ground, the sky. The forest is almost as far as you could see with one's eye. The forest falls away behind them, its shadow thinning, its whispers fading to the hush of morning air. And our travelers now walk upon a road few remember, a road that bends and sways like an old humming beneath the hills. Soft red earth gathers at their boots, stirred to ember tones beneath the rising sun. In the light, every stone, every grain seems touched by some quiet blessing, as though the world itself is relieved to see them step beyond the boundary of the Night Fen. The path rolls gently onwards, warm, orange, gold hues dancing where sunlight catches the dust. It glows not brightly, not boldly, but with the kind of magic that doesn't announce itself, the kind that waits to be noticed. Ahead, wooden piers emerge like sentinels, each one crowned with a hanging lantern. They sway softly in the breeze, chiming faintly, their lights long spent but their purpose not forgotten. The road narrows, leading them further between the quiet guardians of the way. And then, one lantern lies fallen, half buried in the red dust, its chain snapped clean as though cut by something sharp or something patient. The group slows. The wind stills. And in the small, delicate silence, the world seems to lean in, whether to see if they will simply pass it by or stop to uncover the story waiting at their feet.
Oh, we should redo it.
Did you get the coin flipped, Cloud?
Oh! I don't know. All right, so I'm not going to tell y'all what the result was.
Correct.
Should we reflip it via technical issue?
Yeah, just reflip it, I guess, and then message me the result.
Don't flip it.
Okay. So I just message you, or do I just say it out loud, or
Yeah, just
do I just
message
tell
it
her?
to me.
What would you prefer?
Just
Or you can
message
go ahead and
down.
say it out loud. We'll just save ourselves this step.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna call Tails. Flip it. Why do you have to get up and be extra?
So I was just like, I'm just
He's
gonna do
still
it my
trying to
way.
flip it. It was heads.
Yeah, you call out at this thing, attempting this connection, and it calls back, but it doesn't sound like a falcon at all. It roars with a very similar roar. The exact sound you heard before in the forest. The clashing sound of this thunderous beating
Well, I guess we never
dragon's
really
drum.
determined if heads was
This legendary
or
force
tails
of
instead
nature.
head.
However, you do not feel the feeling of aura or pressure. This thing is literally right up there in front of you. Definitely within a mile. And with that,
I didn't fully cut your last part. Had some headphone issues.
it roars and makes this loud, vibrant imitation of the dragon's roar.
Can I still try to talk to it?
Yeah, you still do have a free object interaction. You can still shout or anything. You just can't perform a roll.
Right. Can I shout at it to try to get to come towards me?
Yeah. You can shout at it anything you would like.
Hey, yo, big old falcon, get your ass over here.
As you shout, yeah, you're like, get over here. You can definitely see it like cocks its head, like it's recoiling, like she can't. Is this Faye real? They're questioning if you're real, not, you know. Definitely a weird look on its face as it cocks its head. It's up there, kind of circling overhead. And then that brings us to Solaris, your turn in initiative.
Hey, so
You have
let's
this
see here.
lantern floating in front of you with this wisp inside of it.
Yeah, I'm real interested in that lantern. Am I close enough to pick it up?
It's floating directly in front of you. You'd have
I think I
to,
wanna
you'd actually have
pick it
to
up.
wrestle to grapple it. It is a living thing.
Okay, yeah, let's do it.
It's just using the lantern, much like a hermit crab does.
Yeah, I wanna pick him up. I'm gonna touch him, give him a little pokes, maybe some pats on the belly. How do I do that?
It is technically undead. It is a spirit, but I don't think that has anything that prevents it from being animal handled. Yeah, go ahead. You can roll animal handling using your nature modifier if you'd like.
Yeah. All right,
So just
I'm going to
roll.
do it like roll a d20 and then add it, right?
Yep, and then look at whatever your nature modifier is.
Okay, so d20. So a 4. Man, I get low stuff these days. A 4. Okay, let's see what my nature handling is here. Let's look. I think my nature handling is what, +2, right? Let me check in my other, right? My Tori, my see? Skills and tools, no, right? Nature handling is something we wrote down in the beginning, right?
No, you just look at your skills. It should be one of your skills should be called nature.
Nature, -1. 3.
You're really not the go-to pet person.
I guess not.
Yeah, you tried to make this animal handling save and make a. Now I need you to roll a wisdom saving throw because you said you wanted to pet it.
Kinda, yeah.
It is literally a wisp of fire in there, so I'm guessing you want to touch like the lantern part.
Yeah, I guess I want to pick the lantern up and be like, "Hello, fellow." You know.
Yeah, get nice and zoomed in on that. Yeah, thank you, Savage. So I'm not gonna actually make you make a wisdom saving throw then, as long as you don't touch the actual wisp itself. It is currently contained in the vessel. The container has not been broken yet. It is living inside of it like a hermit crab lives inside of a shell. So you can technically pick this thing up as of right now.
Yeah. I don't want to use my little voice to say hello, fellow, so I can pick him up and say hi, buddy, or something.
Make a
see what he does.
Perception check real quick.
Okay, so perception. Where is my perception? Okay, my perception is gonna be a +1, so I'll roll a d20 and add 1, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I gotta go back and look. Okay, so 16 perceptions.
Yeah, you see a mirage of movement behind you. And this thing actually doesn't look like it's going to be aggressive right off the bat. It looks just as confused as you were when you found each other.
All right, we're on the same page.
This dude that was standing over there against the tree has now used shadow step and teleported twice to directly in between Vero and Jimbo.
All right, and is that my turn, or do I have walking? Can I walk, or I'm done, right?
Yeah, and that brings it around to the wisp's turn.
Nothing. 20 feet.
Perfect. Yeah, so those are gonna switch spots.
Oh.
As instead, it's going to do the shadow change maneuver and swap spots instead of shadow stepping. This guy leaps into the frame and he's like, "Wait, miss, don't touch it!" And he like jumps from the tree line and shadow steps forward directly in front of Savage and next to Jimbo. And then when he sees that you have like charmed it momentarily, since he can't reflex to now jump in front of you, he has changed his spot with him and it. So now it is directly in the middle of all of you guys.
And now I'm basically holding this guy?
You're basically crouched in front of him, yeah. And he just like teleports in.
Okay.
Giant plated steel, really, really tall, but the armor doesn't quite fit him. Like, it's definitely way oversized. As he like steadies himself, the helmet slouches forward, and you can hear an audible thud as the back of the helmet into the back of his head. But he appears very sturdy in this armor, though. It's just very, very big. But it is about average size. I'd say he's about 7 feet. And that would take it around an initiative to the wisp, which was going to attack, and then it got reflexed. So then it would be back to the top of the order. Jim.
Okay, so this dude hops in front, tries to like swaparoo with the wisp, correct?
He
Mhm.
does
And he's
it,
in
yeah.
decent armor.
Mhm.
So the question is he trying to help, or is the wisp trying to help? But I feel like the wisp is trying to help, so I feel like I gotta kind of... Could I like interrogate and or intimidate dude a little bit?
Yeah, you absolutely could. Roll an intimidation check.
And
To
that would
intimidate
be
who?
based
The wisp
on
or the
strength,
guy?
right?
And role play it out.
Hmm?
What do you say?
Is he talking to me?
No,
No,
I
I'm
believe he's
talking about the
to this
wisp, man.
silhouetted figure who has now
The wisp
appeared.
and the armored dude, but I don't trust this armored dude.
Got it.
That would be a strength check, right?
Yeah.
Okay, ability on strength. There we go. So I really want to know what his concern is with a stranger and why he's trying to help out. Like, what is his, what's your play? Are you trying to help me out, or are you trying to, like, be a little mischievous, man?
Your words echo out across this kind of still and silent, awkward battlefield. The wisp inside of the lantern even seems to pause its rattling as it spins around and looks. And his helmet is like sloshed forward, so he like takes a moment, stands upright, and like centers it back. The front guard sitting across his eyes lifts up, and you see this human sitting inside of it, and he's like, Oh, sorry about that. The oversized armor, it definitely is intimidating, huh? And he like goes to take a step, and you can tell that you have intimidated him as he's like trying to look where he's stepping so he doesn't fall on the person in front of him and like maybe squash him flat with this like giant armor he's attempting to stand in as it like wanes way too heavily for him. He is over encumbered just by this top piece of armor. Hence the need to teleport to move around. But, however, you cannot intimidate the giant falcon in the sky that, because you cast a target at its owner, it can cast a reciprocating check back, mimicking exactly what you did.
Fair enough.
So the eagle is going to now the falcon is going to now try and intimidate you.
That did not
So he's like,
make noise?
he's
Huh?
like, I'm just here looking around. I got some business that I'm doing for this guild, and then the falcon hollers back, almost sassively replying, with a 12. You hear this booming screech of the falcon's actual voice. This like screeches through the air, almost like the sound of a Chidori piercing. This bright, vibrant call as the falcon mimics your attempted target to its companion.
Sorry, man. I'm unfamiliar with the place. It seems like you're pretty unfamiliar with the place. You don't really seem too comfortable in your own armor, so hopefully your bird isn't trying to eat me.
Did you roll to defend that
we have a good time?
intimidation?
Oh, 1d20 intimidation. And 12 on there. Okay.
Yeah.
No, that was from the bird.
+4, so that's a 16.
So strength check. So right, strength check?
Yep.
Okay. So yeah, roll for it. Oh, pretty close.
But the falcon also has 4 strength, so that's a 16.
Oh yeah, so not really close, like at all.
Yeah, so as you like holler, you definitely intimidate this guy. He's like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just I'm looking around doing a mission." And the Falcon's like, "Who are you talking to?" As it's just
So
circling
I just
around up above.
respond. Oh,
Go ahead.
and I'm just like, I mean, basically what I was thinking to start with, like, hey, I ain't trying to make no enemies. We're just in weird places at weird times. I mean, I don't know what he's up to, but I barely know what I'm up to. So, like, it just seemed weird that he swapping around with a wisp. You'd think that, the wisp is probably there for a reason. So we don't know that yet. No judgment to be passed here.
Yeah, you've definitely intimidated him, and with a great response and a follow-up too. What an interaction back and forth. And you guys have this moment where this interaction continues just in your head as you're like mentally gauging each other. However, that does take that full turn from you guys to have this interaction. So now it is to whoever is next in initiative. So this would be happening alongside him, like teleporting in, and now you're like intimidating him, and then the conversation, the Falcon screeching. As that's happening, this would be happening alongside of it. It is Vero.
Can I try to intimidate the wisp?
Yeah.
Essentially, try to like either like you said, the wisp was spiraling inside the thing.
Yeah,
Like
it's
spinning
like
something?
bouncing around like a mime does
Yeah.
when it like puts its hands
Can
up with invisible walls.
Yeah, can I intimidate it to like hey, stop, like to make it like stop moving, and then like
It has already
What, and then
calmed
ask.
down. It is like watching
Oh.
the course of events as you are correct
And
in
how
that
about-
action would succeed. However, passively by intimidating an enemy, he already intimidated this Jimbo already intimidated this wisp. So it is already under
Oh.
the status of
Then can I
intimidated.
got you? Then can I try to like use charisma and to like, hey, can you tell me or can you show me what's going on? Like, what are you or what are, can you help us? Try to convince it to like, whatever ill intent it had, that now we're all just friends that we just met. Can I do that?
Roll
Can I just-
charisma. Sure.
Awesome.
Roll history, actually. I'll say that you're able
History?
to charm it. Roll history to see what you would know about wisps. Yeah, wisps are essentially some lost wanderer's soul that instead of reincarnating or passing on, has stuck around and chosen to be a light for other adventurers. Wisps are sought after for a number of reasons, but most of which are to be destroyed. However, a blue wisp is rumored to be able to reveal truths that are hidden by dark magics. Almost kind of like how the Shadow Veil are able to use or the Shadow Touch are able to use that eye to look just behind the supernatural veil and see like what odds and ins and outs there are going on. This wisp actually illuminates things like that around for its companion. That's what the history on it is. But it's very rare to see a blue one.
Okay, so then with knowing that, can I just tap it lightly on like the little glass that he's in? Like, hey, could you show us what we need to see, or could you be a little brighter so we can see more? Like, ask politely.
Yeah, that's your free object interaction. You can definitely do that. And you do. You go ahead and say it, and it kind of like it pauses as if it didn't even know you could understand it, and it stops for a minute, clearly in thought, and are you guys all? Is this gonna be like the party mascot? Are you guys? So if I let you guys tame this right now, is this gonna be like the party mascot?
Yes.
If
For
you
me,
guys
yes.
want
I say
this to be
yes.
the party mascot, I'll let you all collectively as a group soothe it. There's nothing magical to reveal around this location. This is just where it was created at. However, if you were to look into those bushes over there, I guess it could float over there and show you that it's like its body, the traveler's body, he would have perished from traveling somewhere near here, and his spirit would have hung out on this pike, this pier, until a traveler came along. But what's odd about this one is how weak it is, how fragile it is, how cracked it is. Almost as if it jumped off the pier before its abilities were fully developed, and it seems to have jumped off and rolled the same way you guys came walking up. Maybe it innately knew something was wrong with the party and sought to help those adventurers. But yeah, if you all confirm that you want to tame this thing, I'll let you guys have it as a party tameable creature, like a mascot. Or Savage, if you want, come everybody's turn go around, you could tame it your next turn. But there's nothing to really reveal around here.
Okay, listen. Preferably, like, we would all say yes. That way I don't have to risk it to RNG. So I would say yes. This would be like all our own little companion.
Because I know Solaris also wants a cat, but she was trying to tame this thing too. Or trying to be friends with it, be nice with it. I don't know if she's trying to be companion. But I'll let you guys. This thing can follow you around right now and be a team mascot, essentially aiding you in your journeys. But that would be up to the team to decide. Otherwise, yes, you have to roll to try and tame it.
So this is a soul that is missing its body.
Yeah. But it has no memories of who or what it used to be. It wouldn't even know that that's its body down there.
What would happen if you connect the soul and the body?
Oh, the body's like rotten.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, it would take time for this spiritual process to happen and for the wisp to manifest.
Oh.
But yeah, essentially,
all right.
It needs this lantern to stay in this form. If the lantern were to crack, it would slowly begin to just like thin out with the natural gases and disperse, essentially disappearing.
So we're basically voting for if.
Essentially, we're trying to figure out if us as a team agree that this is our own little like mascot, like essentially our own little homie that we can just hang out with if we all wanted to. If we say no, I'm letting you know right now, I'm going to try and tame it next round. I would want to avoid that because we've been having pretty good RNG. I don't want it to be where if we say, nah, Savage can tame it, Vero can tame it next round, and I roll a nat one. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Well,
I
Like, I
this
think
thing
want
I
is
to
would
vote
pretty
with that.
weak.
definitely
I'll just
vote
say
to
that.
claim it.
I think this thing was about to get walked down by the four of you. I was just trying not to have Ray be hexed because I was trying to move along for the sake of the session being a little bit of a faster one. So I wasn't trying to hex her and make her deal with the rolls.
Okay. So I'm saying we vote, and I say vote for to keep it as a team homie, as a team pet. Anybody else with me, or if you are against me, say no. If you're with me, say yeah.
All right, yay or nay? Let's hear it.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
3 yays, and I'm guessing Schnurr's on board too, so 4 yays. Unanimously decide.
She said yeah.
Yeah, I don't think this thing can resist all four of you, considering that I wouldn't say it's under the confused condition, but Solaris definitely confuses this thing upon initial approach. Jimbo intimidated it, so it is definitely under the intimidated condition, affliction. And Savage, your presence and curiosity intrigues it. So just this overall mix of emotions. And Schnurr, you finally have a party member that's the same size as you, or like, just like average. This ain't like, it's a standard tall lantern, big brass body. Savage, could you zoom in on it a little bit? It's got a very nice ornate top to it, with this cracked thin pane glass where you can see the spirit warping around inside of it, bouncing around at the glass sides, which this one has become calm and sedated and kind of like maybe it's grooving like the jellyfish jam, doing this little wiggle in a spiral. But yeah, it's very ornate looking, very forget what that specific art style is called, but like not French Renaissance, but or Renaissance, but yeah, something like that. It's got that Da Vinci almost look to it. A very sick
We got our
lantern.
own little morph.
Huh?
We got our own little team morph. Like, I don't know if you ever watched Treasure Planet, the little pink blob. That can
Oh
shapeshift.
yeah.
We got our morph.
This is him indeed. And why don't we get through the rest of this little intro with whoever the fuck that guy is, and then we'll take our second intermission, and then we'll come back and wrap this up. Because we're doing a regular shoot tonight, but I still want to make this brief, So let's get through this dialogue here. I believe Jimbo was already engaged with this guy, so you guys unanimously vote. Savage, you're able to tame and wild this guy down by asking him to glow, and he spirals around. You see this cheer. The action kind of dies down for a second, and as you guys kind of settle in next to each other, we'll say.
Guess while this is happening, I'm while we're having that conversation, I'm slowly cleaning and fixing little things on the lantern.
All right. Yeah, you can start polishing it and cleaning it up in the meantime. Yeah, write in your notes, soul glass. That is what you'll need to repair this actual frame to it. And if you are able to get some, it would be pretty easy to change and repair. It's not by any means a rare item or a difficult thing to do. And the sprite can stay out of this lantern for a little bit of time without just immediately dispersing and thinning out. But it will just slowly fade if it's not in this. So
I would like to ask the stranger, even though my charisma is not great, what he has to do with said wisp.
he had his hand on the hilt of his sword, nearly about to draw, as if his next move would have just simply been to step past Ray and slice through this thing. But now he is kind of relaxing, sitting back, still keeping his hand on it, because you are a rather troublesome looking crew, wearing clothes from all around of known distinguished, like nobody knows you. So this guy would have no clue who you are. And he kind of like leans back just a little bit, but follows Solaris up with the rest of the group to where you guys are essentially surrounding him at this point. And the armor's still clanging as he does. And then once he sets into place, he again has to set the helmet back up and rise the visor so that he can see out of it. And he's like, well, we mainly destroy them, you know. That one seems a little odd, if I'm honest with you. I don't think I've ever seen a blue one before. His eyes shifting as he examines it over. The falcon up above makes this weird call, though, chiming in, and he seems to look up at it. He's like, oh, that is true. We do have work to do. I don't really know if I got time for this. He looks your party over again. He's like, say, where do you guys come from?
I stare. I'm while I'm looking at him, I'm still wiping, but I stare at him like I don't trust you enough to tell you. Like I don't say nothing, but my look says that as I'm polishing the lantern.
Here, I'm going through notes here. I just want to make sure. He doesn't seem like a very nice guy.
How do you reply, Jimbo?
Wow. Okay, so who all has a turn after me?
It's your dialogue right now. You and him are directly in conversation.
Like you're just talking to the guy, because he's like, you asked him and stuff like that. So he was asking us like, where are we from, or where do we come from? You can go ahead if you feel like you can tell him, like, oh well, me and Schneider are from yada yada yada. I'm just gonna look at him, like.
I'm kind of either thinking coax him into like leaving or being a homie or something. Probably just leaving. I don't really like this guy. Or just trying to like make him. I know, probably get him to leave. Because he's got that scary ass bird, right?
He does have that scary ass bird. But Schnur thought the bird was cool.
Schnur flew up and talked to the bird.
And it didn't do anything.
So
it didn't
it
respond in any mean fashion. It replied back to you, and it has the ability mimicry, which is what we've seen it doing when Schnur interacted with it. It was mimicking that dragon for some reason or another. And then when you intimidated its companion with the mimicry, it can cast it as a bonus action if you target its companion, which is the guy. So since you targeted him with an intimidation check, this thing could do the same thing to you and try and intimidate you as a bonus action.
Also, remember, we heard that the only reason that bird pops up is if there's a hero nearby. So that dude could possibly be the hero, in a sense, or be related to the hero. So it's not like they're bad people. It's just the bird didn't mess with the vibe we were putting up. We're trying to intimidate his homie. So he basically defended his homie.
And the bird definitely seems in charge of the two. This guy is clearly following the bird.
Yeah.
Could I potentially cast like? So Ward would help protect the wisp, correct?
Yes, if you touched it,
So
which you were
I
within
could
range.
potentially cast ward on the wisp and then try and persuade our little armored fellow here to leave it alone and ensure that he's not trying to murk it
Okay.
in one turn.
Your hands glow with this bright light as a sense of feeling and protection comes over you. And as your hand reaches out, kind of in front of Savage, as he's holding this little wisp, like polishing it, as you stand like kind of to the side, the two of you now on each side of it, overlapping it. You guys are the shield. Your magic manifests how? How does this ward cast?
I would like
What
to
is
think that it's kind of like a shell on the outside of the wisp, protecting the lantern by which it's encased.
Yeah, that sounds pretty badass. What kind of shell? What's it look like?
Maybe some sort of ethereal glow.
All right. Yeah, that sounds badass. A nice ethereal glow radiates from you as you charge up all the magic you can muster. Ward is level 2, so you have one spell
throws
slot
one.
left. He sees you enter this defensive state, and he kind of like now almost uses his tall armored stature to assert less of an intimidated stature and more of an intimidating stature. His armor finally lines up, the plates chunk together, and instead of feeling like they're leaning against him, they're finally leaning with him. And in this moment, as it is one of the last moments before the sun finally dips, I see that you guys are from not around here. Please, I know that I am just a stranger, but let me escort you back to my campsite. I was looking around for something important for my guild. I can't just go around talking about it, but I promise, I mean you no threat. My eagle up there, he's searching for a brave hero, and he has led me this far. If you guys would let me lead you to my camp, I can take you to somewhere that is a little more safe. By your magical abilities, I would say you guys have the capacity for much more than just wandering through these woods. Have you ever heard of the Mistvale Sanctum? And that is where we will call it for episode 2, The Road of Destiny. Thank you guys all for tuning in. We have just begun as the road has entered into the picture, and we have left behind the pictures of the past. What once was in the Night Fen is gone. And again, our team has not found a chance to rest or mend. The night quickly approaching, a new stranger named Heimdall has announced himself and has offered to lead them to safety. He offers to take them and their lantern all the way to his camp just up ahead. But from there, will they be able to reach Mistvale Sanctum? We'll have to tune in next time on episode 3 if you guys want to find out. And please make sure you guys check us out in our live stream over on Twitch with the host Big Blunt Johnson. And make sure you guys check us out over here in the audiobooks. Thank you guys if you guys are checking us out on Spotify, iTunes, Amazon, or wherever your podcast can be found. We appreciate you. And make sure you continue to stay tuned, hit that follow, and leave us a review, because we'll be back. Stay wild, stay weird, and keep your spells prepared, because even though the Night Fen is behind us, there are many dangers ahead, and this tale has reminded us. Until next time, my friends.
Before the world knew flame or fate, before the sanctum raised its gate, a dragon wandered tired and worn through misty skies of silver morn. It searched for peace, a place to lie, beneath the glow of moonlit sky. And in a valley hushed between two gentle hills of twilight green, it bowed its head in softened light and drifted deep to dreams of night. It dreamed of fire burning bright, of honor shining pure and white, of moonlit sacred, calm and true, of secrets old and wonders new. From dragon dreams the whispers grew, a hint of halls the world once knew, where mysteries danced in shadowed air, and magic bloomed in hearts that dared. That was the dawn of what would be, where five fought fate and unity. Their story closed, their watch now done, five voices fading into one. And so I speak across the yore, to those who brave what lies before. Oh, hero born of flame or field, of moonlit craft or truth concealed, step forth, past revealed, come soon, your fate unsealed. For now the sanctum stirs to see what new-made legends you will be. The dragon breathes the dream once more, a calling through the ancient door. Hero before the past is through, the tale now waits to open you. Take clues I've left and missed and do. Seek what is hidden, chase what's true. When the sanctum keeps its promise still, in silent halls and moonlit chill, it watches all you choose to do, and it's long been waiting here for you.